you doing? My name is Anthony Nolan. Welcome to Rollin with Rep Nolan. We are over at Masonic Street with the Veolia Water Director. And we are here to let the community know a little bit about the lead pipe project in New London that we're so happy to share. And if you can introduce yourself, sir, and give a little brief synopsis of the lead pipe project.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me today. So my name is Joe Lanzafami. I'm the Utilities Director for the City of New London. We handle water, wastewater, and stormwater for the city. The city has embarked on a lead service line replacement program, the first in the state to do a full service line replacement program. We got ahead of things, and we're the first ones in the state to be in an active replacement plan, which means that we are locating, removing, and replacing full lead service lines for the residents of the city.
So at this point, there is no fee for residents that have their lead pipes removed. Could you explain why it's important now to sign up?
Yes, it's a great question. So because we were the first ones in the state to do this, we got quite a substantial subsidy from the state. 80% to 100% of the cost of removal of these lines is going to be covered through a state and federal subsidy, which means that there's going to be a very extremely low rate impact to the entire system in the future, in the coming years. So it's important to get on the list now and have your house surveyed to make sure that you don't have lead. We hope you don't have lead, and
Right.
if you do have lead, then you get put on a list, and the line will get replaced, as the time comes. But it's very important right now. We're contacting people as well of locations that we highly suspect that there's lead.
Right.
So if you get contacted by us, please take it seriously. Let us in, and we'll take a look at what we've got there, and then try to remove those lines if they exist.
What should people expect if someone comes to check their home for what we're looking for?
Sure. So we've already done 600 to 700 basement inspections in the city. We're very experienced with it. It's usually a team of two. They'll go down to your service entrance location. They may do a few quick tests to determine what the material is, and then they'll let you know at that point you do have lead or you don't have lead, and then give you an idea of when that will be replaced if you do have lead. And then they will come in and take care of your side of the line, and if the utilities side is also lead, we'll also replace that, and it'll be a full service line. It's fairly seamless right now.
So someone recognizable will come to the home.
Yes.
And is there a way that people are going to be able to verify someone coming in?
Yes, they all have IDs. They'll be coming from one of three different locations. They'll either be Arcadis employees, who is our contract manager. There'll be Veolia employees. There'll be Burns Construction employees, and potentially City of New London employees. So there's four different groups, and they will all have IDs, which will show exactly who they are. And you can always call our office if you have any questions. You can always schedule them to come back if you're uncomfortable with them coming in. We're trying to be very flexible to try to get this all done.
Yeah. So there was a little concern or conversation about water in New London and how healthy the water is. Can you reassure people that we're not anywhere like Flint, Michigan, and that our water is great water?
Sure. So our water does meet all state and federal regulations. We have not had any lead exceedances. This is a proactive program. We're trying to get ahead of the game. This is going to happen. Mm-hmm. The rule that is going to be coming out very shortly indicates that all lead service lines need to be removed within 10 years. So if it doesn't happen now, it's going to happen in the future, but it's going to happen at a premium. So that's why we're trying to stay ahead of it. But right now, the reason why we're doing this program is for the financial incentives. We don't have a current crisis or anything like that with lead. Mm-hmm. Our water meets all regulations.
Yeah. So this is why it's extremely important for people watching to contact the public utilities so that they can have their homes looked at in regards to lead pipe service. So if someone wanted to do that, is there a number that they can call or a website they should go to?
Yes. There is a hotline, and there is a leadfreenewlondon.com is the website. So it's www.leadfreenewlondon.com. On that website, there's different ways to contact. You can call the hotline number. You can send an email. You can send a chat. There's a whole number of different ways to do it, and there's a lot of information about the program on that website as well. If you're uncomfortable or if you have questions, a lot of them will be answered simply by visiting the website.
Yeah. So you had an opportunity to go to Washington, D.C.
We did.
And represent New London. Can you share a little bit about that experience?
Sure, yeah. So New London was asked to, because of how far ahead of the curve New London was, they were asked to go to the White House. I went down to the White House with the mayor. We were able to sit and listen to the head of the EPA, and Kamala Harris was hosting the session. And we were able to go to the White House and sit and be part of this this great revolution of removing lead service lines in this country. There were people from all over the country at the White House. Basically, it was nice. And as you can see here, we received a letter from Kamala Harris just indicating that she was excited that the program was moving forward, and that she hopes to come visit New London at some point. She couldn't make the particular groundbreaking time, but we're very excited about that piece of it.
So the vice president gave a letter to the city of New London, and it speaks on them being honored to have folk from New London come to the White House, and where millions of people across the country and children have water that is tainted by toxic lead pipes, and they're proud to have, people are proud to have the right channels that they can get to in order to make sure that what they drink is healthy. It looks like President Biden says he is proud that we have made the largest investment in America's water infrastructure, including a historic $15 billion to replace lead service lines in the city of New London. That's a lot of money.
Yes, they put a lot of money out there.
I'm so happy to hear that New London is a blueprint for doing this up in southeastern Connecticut. It's something that we are really proud to know that you've been able to grab what we have. This is really good for New London. And there is great importance for people. Please, if you haven't gotten your lead pipes looked at or had someone come out and evaluate, it's important that you do. Is there other things that you might want to share about the lead pipe program?
I mean, really, the biggest thing is that the financial incentive is very big. This is an expensive program. It's a $30+ million program. So if we weren't getting assistance from the federal government and the state, that cost would be borne ultimately by the residents and by the businesses in the city. So that's why it's just very important that we take advantage of this opportunity. We're ahead of the game. We need to stay ahead of the game, and that people interact with us to try to get this done. It's the first of its kind certainly in the state, and one of the first of its kinds in the country. So it's really important that we stay on top of it.
And that's where the gloss comes in. It's just good to know that New London is the first at doing something like this, and getting our feet ahead of the game instead of the game catching us up at a later time. And that's, again, if you have not had your lead pipes looked at, it's very important for you to come out and reach out to have that done. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Rollin with Rep Nolan. I want to thank Joe for the time that you've been able to give, because I think this was an important topic for our community. And pretty soon you'll be seeing and hearing more about the lead pipe project for New London. But until then, have a nice day, and thank you for watching Rollin with Rep Nolan.